Every freelancer thinks burnout is really what feels like exhaustion. But the truth, burnout shows up silently, like waking up stranded on an island you didn't even know you drifted to. I'm going to be all the way real, man. We all been there before. So check this out. We're going to talk about the silent burnout that creeps in on freelancers. And it happens, not when you're tired, but when your creativity stops working. When you start losing that hope. And to explain it, I'm going to break it down in a way that really makes it clear to you. I'm going to tell you what it's like to go from being stranded on the island to building a boat to fighting through the ocean and eventually touching land again. So it's a survival story, but it's more like a freelancer's life. I'm going to just use the survival story kind of like a metaphor to make this interesting. I know some people's attention spans are different, so I feel like maybe giving it to people in a relatable message is a way that I could get this message across. So shout out to everybody for listening. If you're a freelancer, if you're thinking about becoming a freelancer, you'll find this super useful and super relatable. Let's get into it. So I got a question for you. You ever look around at your life and realize you washed up somewhere that you didn't even plan to be? That's the beginning of every freelance career. It's like you washed up on the island and it's just you alone on this island. No resources, no contacts, no direction. Just driftwood, sand, and whatever scraps life left to you. That's how it feels to really start a business. I'm going to be real. So look, some people lay down on that island and just die. They complain about the heat. They pray for the rescue. That never comes. And they wait for somebody else to fix the situation. But nobody's coming to save you. So if you don't want that to be you, start picking up those broken branches, those random vines, sharp rocks, anything with potential, and think of that as your skill set. That's your natural tools. That's your early creativity. And at first, it doesn't look like much, but it's something. Now let's get into building the boat, aka starting a business. Building a freelance career is really the same as building a boat out of washed up logs. It's ugly, it's uneven, it leaks, it barely floats. But you see, this is the phase where you build your portfolio, learn basics of your craft, work with cheap tools, take those small jobs that you probably don't want to, and stitch together your first wins. And understand that nobody's going to celebrate you at this point. So if you're looking for that early celebration, don't, because I don't want you to get hurt or start resenting your friends and family and feel like, oh, but everybody doesn't support me. I mean, people, they owe you support and common courtesy. Like, they shouldn't be speaking negative on you, but don't expect everybody to see your vision. Just keep building your boat and you're going to prove them right. You're going to prove yourself right later. Anyway, nobody's going to celebrate you at this point. No one believes in you, but most people probably won't even see you. But every night you're going to get those logs together, and every day you're going to tighten the ropes slowly and keep doing it until the boat becomes real and it's yours. This is that business talk right here, I'm telling you. So the moment you push off the shore, you're going to be scared. But you have to be ready. You got to just throw yourself out there. Which is where we go now to the ocean, aka the freelance journey. When you leave the island, you learn fast. This ocean is not peaceful. It looks pretty on Instagram, but it's way more violent in real life. AKA the business world when you're on your own. There are days where you're paddling with everything you got. There are days where the waves are going to throw you back 10 miles. There's days where you look around and it feels like you're going nowhere. Like the whole ocean is just there laughing at you on your little wooden boat. But here's the part that nobody tells you. The real danger isn't the storms. It's when the water is quiet. because that's when that mental burnout hits. AKA in real life, when things calm down and you're a freelancer who's really trying, you might be struggling and you're all alone. That's when that mental burnout hits. It's kind of like being in the calm ocean all by yourself, nowhere to go. And when your mind shuts down, that silence tricks you. Right when you think you're safe, you actually start drifting off course. So you got to keep your mind right. Whatever you got to do, don't think negative. Prove that you're positive. Keep your mind right. Now let's get into the pirates, aka the aggressive clients, thieves, and dream killers. So out here, you're not the only one trying to survive. You got to realize that there's freelancers everywhere, and a lot of them are cutthroat. Some people don't build their own boats like you did. They want to steal them. Those are the pirates. The clients who want everything for nothing. The partners who try to own you. The jealous freelancers who copy you. The people who smile in your face but hope your boat sinks straight to the bottom of the ocean. Now you need weapons for this part. And when I say weapons, I'm not talking about guns and swords. I'm talking about, in business, you need boundaries, pricing, professionalism, silence. You need strategy. You got to learn how to say no sometimes. And you gotta have self-respect. If you don't protect what you're building, pirates, aka cutthroat freelancers, will repaint your boat and call it theirs. Now look, let's get into the next section. The storm, aka recessions or slow months and mental overload. Now look, when the storms come, they don't come to mess around at all. A storm can be a recession, a dry month, anxiety, too many projects on at once and it's too late to turn around, family pressure, bills, all of that stuff leads to burnout. This is the moment where your creativity dies quietly, right before you see it coming. And not with the crash, but with the slow fade. It's like your brain shuts off while your body keeps going. You keep paddling, but you're not really present. This is silent burnout, and it happens in the middle of calm water right before the lightning hits. Gotta be aware of that. Like I said, keep your mind right, stay positive. Keep paddling. Let's get into navigation. How to keep going when you're tired, but you still gotta move. And this is where discipline saves your life. You don't have a compass. You're gonna have to rely on routine, small habits, non-negotiable things that you gotta stand on, and your refusal to stop. Do not stop. You need motivation out there, but you also need direction. Even when the waves push you sideways, you gotta know forward is forward. Keep going. All right, so look, the next section, I'm gonna call this land. This is where you realize you finally made it. One day after the storms, after dealing with pirates, after dealing with the silent waters, after drifting, after paddling until your arms shake, you see something on the horizon. Finally, land. And you know what's the wild part? It doesn't even feel real at first. It feels like a dream. Like, is this, like, it makes you want to pinch yourself. Like, am I even awake? But you're there, and it's coming. You can see it on the horizon. So land symbolizes creativity. In this case right here, in this metaphor, land is creativity, consistent income, respect, opportunities, clients finding you for a change, stability, confidence, and your peace. Yup, everything you ever wanted. And for the first time in that long time, your mind feels quiet and at ease. Your creativity flows again, your business holds its shape. And when you step onto the shore, it hits different. You are battle tested, you're weatherproof, and you're stronger than that ocean that tried to break you. Real talk. So to wrap it up, if you ever feel stranded or stuck at sea or lost in the storm, freelancers, just know every freelancer who ever made it had to survive all three phases that we just went over: the land, the boat, and the ocean. And if you're still paddling, that means you're still in the fight. It ain't over till it's over. Remember that. Now, look, at the end of the day, when you see that rain hit, it's just reminding you you're gonna make it to land, and you just can't stop building your boat, and you can't stop paddling. There it is. Simple and plain. I speak off experience. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out. All the freelancers out there, God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.